Hey, what's going on, crypto people? What's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day. Excuse me, with another day in the life and the crazy life that's the digital asset space. What is going on, guys? Happy Friday. Gosh, took me hours to try to figure something out. I tell you, laptops, new laptops, amazing. But guys, I tell you what, shout out to Cryptopolis and Brad Kimes today. Great stream. When I heard, I've been hearing this phrase or term for a while now, and really didn't really look into it that much. But I got to tell you, um, when I heard Cryptopolis say the speed of money, right? I've heard it before, time and time again. I've heard him say it time and time again. But what does that really look like, or what does it really mean? And in the end, isn't that what everyone? That's one thing that everyone has in common, and that is the velocity or the speed of money. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Shout out to Sologenic making moves, doing things as always to help strengthen the XRPL, the ledger. That's really, really exciting. So, what's going on, Corey Anderson? Good to see you. Good morning. Derek Williams 007. Hey, C. What are the benefits of a crypto card? Well, this depends on the card, but lots of benefits, I believe, right? One is certainly not having to have cash all the time. The challenge is right, which is the better one, right? And I think that in the end, people are going to have a two or three, or a couple of three, as I like to say. In the end, I think that's what's going to happen. I was watching Crypto Dad today. He's a big fan of the Cash App. However, the Cash App is strictly with Bitcoin in terms of the digital asset right now that it supports. But he was a big fan of that, especially for buying Bitcoin. And it looks as though the fees are cheaper than Coinbase. And so I have to look into the early, one of the things we want to do on this channel moving forward is we really want to start catering to the new people that are going to be coming into this space. All right, because a lot of the people that have channels are really kind of focusing on the people in the channel, people that have been in the space for the last 2 or 3 years, and we're going to start doing some more things toward, catering to the new person getting into this space, right? And one of those things is an ability to be able to get information early on without having to pay for it. And so I think we have to do more and more and more and more things to bring new people on, because they're still, they still got, they don't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They got a toe in the water, right? And so we want to make it as easy as possible for them to kind of get information. So we're going to start doing more for the channel in terms of that, because again, a lot of the times, my channel, other channels, we can just really be focusing on people who have been in for a while, right? They're not the new person. They don't even know that. They don't even know that Ripple's digital asset is XRP. They don't even know that Ripple created the IOP, right? So all of these different things. And so we want to do more and more things to cater to the new people. And one of those will be a Telegram chat where they can get the information, learn more and more and more and more about the greatest digital asset ever created, right? And other digital assets as well. So Cookie Mud is in the building. How are you, Cookie Mud? Hey, Siege, apologies for not being around. No worries, Cookie Mud. I get it. Life is busy, right? Yeah, you bet, Derek. You bet. Absolutely, no question. And so, there's some good ones. There's BitPay, there's Crypto.com, right? Coinbase, if you're out of the States, they have something. But the Cash App, I think, is an interesting one. But I just think that you're going to have to kind of check them out, see different ones. BitPay seems to be very, 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 very popular. Very popular. So, and I think it's $10 for that one. And it's for US as well. But I have to look more into the Cash App. Let me do this and see what's up with that. But my understanding that to purchase the BTC is cheaper there. And you link it, obviously you link it to your account. It's by Square Inc. So yeah. So I'm going to do some more investigating, looking into that, because again, the Crypto Dad is really, really up on this app. He's a big fan of it. So we'll see. We shall see how that goes. But yeah, guys, so the velocity of money, and what I was going to title that stream actually was imagine the possibilities. Really imagine the possibilities of what can be done, once the velocity of money is changed. Because right now it's not. It's slow, especially in the United States. And just every time I hear that another nation or region is ahead of us, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why is Europe's domestic payment system so much better than ours? And why is Asia's digital payment system significantly better than ours? Like, I don't get, why are we behind? I don't understand how the good old US of A is behind there. I really, really don't. It's really, really interesting to me. This chat is messing up. Did the stream, that's really, really kind of interesting to me. So, Visa crypto card. Yeah, Corey Anderson. The Visa crypto card. Yeah, and so the Cash App it came out with a card with the Visa logo on it. But I'm going to look into BitPay. The Crypto.com ones, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they seem to be fairly pricey. And, Coinbase used to have one for the States. They used to have one. And for some reason, they stopped it. Now they're only doing it in other regions. But we're going to look into that as well. Let you guys know when the BitPay came in. My Cool Wallet S came in. I'm really, really excited about that. I got to learn how to put it together. But I'm really excited about being able to use that. Jeff is in the building. How are you, Jeff? You're the man, Siege. Hope you're having a great day, buddy. I am. Thank you. And same to you, bro. Same to you as well. So, yeah, the velocity of money and imagine the possibilities. I remember, I don't know, 4 months ago, maybe longer than that, I was talking with a friend, fellow air traffic controller, and I was telling him about Ripple and XRP and, what's going to happen in the future. And one of the things that I told him is that one day, instead of having to wait 2 weeks to get a paycheck or a week to get a paycheck, you'll get paid that day. You'll get paid for a day's work, and for a lot of people, that is very, very significant and substantial and hugely important because a lot of times, right, because life doesn't wait for you to get paid. Life is happening, right? Like, flat tires happen, right? The garbage disposal going out happens, right? Flooded basements happen, right? And so we need, the vast majority of people are going to need to have access to their money today. And then imagine, that process going into every hour, right? Every hour that you work, you get paid. It'd be a pretty cool deal. But life is certainly going to get better because of distributed ledger technology. And thank God for Ripple and all the things that they're doing in the most important space for a lot of people. And that is payments. Right? I mean, that is payments. And so, the velocity of money and, so it's just not about freeing up the cash in Nostro and Vostro accounts. It's about the velocity of the money. And that affects all different kinds of spaces. It affects us in the retail space. It affects the banking space. It affects the trading space, right? It affects the stock market, right? All of these different spaces it affects. And right now, it's just, there is no velocity, right? It is nil. It is slow moving. Devon Steven, what's going on, bro? Evening, CJ. Everyone, how are you doing? How are you all doing? We're doing great, brother. Good to see you on the stream, Devon Steve. Right, so it's Friday. I wanted to hop on here because I got tons of stuff that I got to get done tonight and Saturday night and Sunday night, so that's 7 to 9, 6 to 9. It's going to be really, really tied up in getting some business stuff done. So I wanted to hop on here, and I'm probably going to do another stream just prior to 6 o'clock so I can get 2 in for the day. I did the XRP Daily News today. I hope you guys had a chance to check that out. That's XRP Daily News in 0 to 10 minutes. That's a really fun thing to do. I know a lot of people like the shorter videos, so definitely stay tuned for that. By the way, we did get the outro. A lot of you guys have asked about the outro and, can we get that on a shirt? Can we get that on the hoodie? You need to put that on some stuff, right? And so I did get the outro trademarked, and we'll be hopping on, a couple of the T-shirt places today. Teespring is one of them, and start working on the graphics and different things like that to get that out. So really excited about Old Money Doesn't Want You to Win. Really excited about that whole outro and how we can, get that on some merchandise for you guys. So Omar Othman, hello Siege and XRP family. Hello Omar, how are you? So guys, tell me some of the things that you can think about in terms of the possibilities for the velocity of money. And that is, money being able to move the same way information moves. Have you really thought about, has anyone here thought about the idea of, instead of waiting for 2 weeks and getting paid every 2 weeks or every week, to getting paid that day? Has anybody really thought about that? When I think about it, right, back in the day when I was an air traffic controller, how should I say it? So like really, really blessed to work at the highest level facility, right, in the FAA. They have 12, 13 levels. I think they have a couple 13 levels, but when I was there, it was 12 levels. That was the highest level. And so what comes with that is, right, high volume of traffic, high complexity of traffic. In addition to that, we were located at a very, what I want to say, high complex, sensitive, area right around Washington, D.C. So a lot of security, right? We were all in that space there. And so that came, because of that, we got paid a lot of money, right? So, I could have just imagined getting paid daily. I just think about that. Getting paid daily, getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the day. I just couldn't. That would have been cool, right? Because you never wanted to mess with your TSP or 401ks. You never wanted to mess with that, right? But imagine if you got paid daily, the things that you could do, right? Because sometimes the opportunities are gone 2 weeks later, right? So that would have been really, really cool. Take advantage of that, because imagine the things that you could do, diversifying your income that day, right? Diversifying into different verticals, right? Different investments that day because of the velocity of money. So that's going to be a really, really cool thing to see. I really believe that. Carlos Noda is in the building. Hey, Siege. How are you, Carlos? Good to see you on the stream, my friend. Billionaire H is in the building. What up, Siege? Happy Friday, bro. Happy Friday to you, brother. So we're talking about XRP and the velocity of money. And I was just, when I started the stream, I was saying I'd heard that term so many times and never really thought about what it could really mean for you and I in the retail investor, and how impactful something like that could really be. Legendary is in the building. Hey, what's up with you, Legendary? Good to see you, bro. Van the Great. Hey, Siege, what's good? XRP Army. Thanks, Mr. Siege, for all that you do in keeping us and the XRP family connected. Been lurking. Thought I'd pop in. Things are ramping up. So excited, bro. It's good to see you popping in, my friend. Appreciate you being here without question. Absolutely. I appreciate that. Danny Loft. Did Danny Loft check in the bit? Danny Loft is in the building. What's good, Danny Loft? Good to see you. XRP. Danny, XRP and the velocity of money. Imagine the possibilities. It's a lot of people still in the workforce working. They got to wait a week to get paid. They got to wait 2 weeks to get paid. Some people only get paid once a month, right? Some people only get paid once a month. What if they could average that out? Like if they know that you're guaranteed to get that income on the first, right, or on the last day of the month, whatever it is, they can just take 1/30th of that, whatever, pay you that day. Right? Could you imagine? Because I was saying, listen, life happens. Life doesn't wait for you to get paid. We all know that, right? We all know that, right? Life doesn't wait for you to get paid. Life happens, right? Life happens a lot of times, and just imagine that. I'm looking forward to the day where we get paid every hour, right? I'm looking forward to when the people that have the jobs and have the gigs, They get paid every hour. How cool would that be? XRP number one, evening siege, no notification. YouTube is slacking again. Yes, indeed, bro. It is something, XRP number one. I got to tell you. Yeah, we had a stream about that yesterday, Van the Great. We had a stream and was titled, should you leave your money on exchange or should you leave it in the cold storage wallet, right? We had a big talk about that. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to smash the likes on the way in, just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash the like if you don't mind. Sub to the channel if you haven't done that already, and ring the bell for notification when we go live on this channel. I definitely appreciate that. It helps with the algorithm on YouTube. And the idea is about getting this channel out to more people out there in the YouTube world, because that's important. We want to be bringing new people in, right? A lot of times the challenge can be with people who have channels is they're just focusing on the people that are already in the space and not focusing on the people coming into the space. So it's hugely, hugely important. And so we want to bring people in. And once we do that, after they do their own homework, do their own diligence, right? Hopefully they get turned on to the greatest digital asset ever created and join the XRP family. Devon Steve, this is a great point, bro. They've got to allow the banks to close the Nostra Votra accounts and use XRP. Get all that sovereign capital back to the relevant countries. And they know it. They know that's a possibility. Trust me. Trust me when I say it. They know it's a possibility. The Donald, as I like to call him, President Trump, knows that's a possibility. And it's just a matter of time before the world is going to start learning about ODL. What is ODL? What is this on-demand liquidity? How does it help solve the world's issues? Carlos Noda said, just officially subscribe. I appreciate that, brother. Right? What is that going to do? What is that going to do when they start educating the masses on what exactly is ODL? And more importantly to that, how it can help the central bank debts, how it can help the banks around the world within Nostra Votra accounts. The education on ODL and all of that is going to start happening. Promise you. New Old Jordan. What's good, brother? Hey, brother, how are you? Every day I am more and more convinced XRP is the chosen one, says XRP number one. I agree. It's just, it really, truly just is. And guys, I got to do my regular shout out to Alex Mashinsky from the Celsius Network. I was chatting with the lady today on Telegram, and she was saying, she made a comment about XRP and the fact that they pay out every week. And she mentioned that she was getting, I don't know, 3 to 4% interest, something like, I don't know what that is, how it looks. But they don't have a cash out for XRP, right? The only option they would have is for you to take a loan on the value of your assets. And I just think that's just at this present moment. I think that they're going to progress and become a better platform. But I got to tell you guys, I believe for the average Joe and Jane, that the Celsius platform is a winner. I think it's a flat out winner, especially for people. Here's the thing. A lot of people in the digital asset space, right? They're holding their digital assets. They got them secured somewhere and they're not earning any interest on their asset. They're not making any money on their assets. I mean, that is a reality. That is the truth. That's what it is. We all know it. We all know it. And I get that a lot of people got a lot of the BitConnect and the high yield investment platforms on their mind, and they're terribly afraid, right? You know what I mean? Terribly afraid. But Alex Mashinsky lives in New York, very, very popular serial entrepreneur, hugely successful. He is the guy who created VoIP, which is Voice over Internet Protocol. And I got to tell you, he created that and gifted that, didn't even charge. So like when you're on the subway station in New York and you'll be able to connect to some other person via whatever, he created that. He created Voice over Internet Protocol. This dude created that. And so, which is massive. And so the fact that he decided to get into this space, in this particular space, I think is important. He gives back 80% to the platform holders. And I think that's significant. And he rightly points out that the banks, we, the depositors, put our money in there. They use it and loan it out a significant times amount. And we get nothing for it. Nothing, zero, nada. All the gains, for example, I believe it was last year, 2019, $34 billion, $34 billion in overdraft fees, $34 billion. And it went to the stockholders. It went to the shareholders. It didn't go to the people on the platform whose money they're using to loan out. Well, Celsius takes the exact opposite approach. And they give the money back to the people who have their digital assets on that platform. And they pay back 80%. 80% and 20% they keep. 80% they pay out. Significant amount of money. And $9 million in interest they paid out in just a short period of time. They haven't been around for so long. I believe they might have been first to the space. So when I compare the Nexos and the BlockFis, and I get that they may have a little bit more to their interest, but they don't pay back as much. So they're basically kind of doing things on borrowed time. They're playing the game of, because of the quote unquote high rate, we'll get more and more people to come in, but it's not sustainable, right? They figure that the numbers will overwhelm it and make up for the fact that they don't really have that money to pay everyone the interest, at full 1 year type of thing. So I like his approach to keeping it sustainable and growing it out and paying more, and paying, 80% of what they get back into the platform. And so, I got to tell you, if you haven't checked out Celsius Network, you definitely want to go to, I think it's CelsiusNetwork.io or Celsius.network. Which one is it? Yeah, Celsius.network. Go do some homework, do your own due diligence, go check it out. But I find it to be a great platform. But I love the movement. I love the idea that he's trying to get people to put them in a position to earn money on their own money. Stop relying on what the banks are doing because they're just robbing, stealing from us big time. And the idea is bringing more and more people into the space. People got all kind of money in these CDs and these savings accounts making no money when they can in fact take that same dollar, put it in stable coins and make 5, 6, 7, 8% a year on their money. You can't do that in the traditional space in a savings account or a CD. You know what I mean? I trust it, and he's been all over everywhere. He's made sure he's been SEC compliant in every which way, upside down, forwards and backwards. So it's been really, really cool to see what he's been doing with that. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, and when you look now and look at many people are trying to do the same thing as Celsius. Coinbase staking, that's essentially the same thing. They call it a different name, but it's the same thing. You're earning interest. You're earning interest on your particular platform that you put on there, whether it be Tezos or Algorand, I believe is the one. Binance US is doing the same thing. Binance is doing the same thing. Kraken is doing the same thing. And so if you're on an exchange, which everyone uses an exchange, no one's worried about the most exchanges, right? You want to get to the good ones. But the good exchanges like Binance and Binance USA, Coinbase, these most reliable exchanges are doing the same exact thing as Celsius, the same exact thing. Not as good, but it's the same concept. They may call it staking, but it's the same thing. And they're doing the exact same thing that Celsius is doing, is they're taking the platform and the assets on their platform and they're loaning it out to hedge funds and or trading, big major trading platforms, because they go out and they trade it. So they may loan it out to Wall Street. And it's a little differences in the interest that they pay. But everyone knows that's the movement. That's the direction that people are going. Kava Labs is going to be very, very similar to that. It's going to be collateralized debt positions. That's the way the space is moving without question. So Danny Loft, it's amazing. Banks charge customers and hold deposits for 3 days until posted, but get repo money to settle their books from the Fed right now at 0%. They are screwing the people. That is exactly right, Daniel. That's exactly right. Hi, Siege. Verbal Bull just done a video about the notion that Ripple could become a bank. What's your thoughts? Andy Devines and stream. Good to see you, Andy. Well, I know that they could. I know smart people like Susie from Esoteric Trading Solutions, mentioned the fact that they could do that. It would be very, very easy to do it. I don't know that they will do that unless they kind of get into some type of lending, because major entities are getting into lending. I just heard that Amazon is going to be looking to get into some type of lending. Can you imagine that? Amazon looking to get into some type of lending. So that's going to be the thing. So whether they do that or not, I don't know. We shall soon see. But anything that Ripple does, I think is going to be great. And I think it's going to be great for us as retail investors. I believe that 1,000%. So that's right. Too many scams, XRP number one. That's without question. Yeah. And because of so many of the scams, people don't even take the time to kind of look into something that could be the real deal. But you're right, XRP number one. All the scams that came through, remember the lending platform hypes? Remember all those lending platforms? Remember the hype behind those? Remember the HYIPs, the high yield investment platforms? Boy. And then they were good until all the scams came in. They were great until all the scams came in, and then it was no more. And the biggest one of them all was BitConnect, right? So I get it. I was very hesitant. I've been listening to Alex Mashinsky for a while now, for a long while. And because of the BitConnects of the world, I was, and all the lending platforms that all went down. They all went down. All of them went down. I was very, very hesitant to mess around with anything. Even though I could see this Alex Mashinsky dude, and I could hear, his interviews, and I knew he was in New York, and the whole 9 yard. He's not, someone with. Back in the day, in those lending platforms, they wouldn't even show their face. The people who put the platform together never shared their face, never did interviews, never did any of that kind of stuff. And this guy's out of New York. He's well known. He's a very, very, very well known entrepreneur. And trust me, everyone is looking at him. Everyone. The banks want him to go away. They want him to go away. But I challenge you guys to check out some videos, do your own homework, and see if you can catch the message and the movement that he's looking to do. Because I firmly believe 10,000% he's looking out for us. Okay. Dan Law says, I don't think Ripple is going to do the bank thing. That is competition for their customers. That would not go over very well. That's a great point. Devon Steve has an interesting point. Ripple is a fintech company, so they would probably pair up, buy a bank, and call it another name, but not Ripple. There you go. XRP Joe's in the building. Hey, guys, XRP Joe does have a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go check him out. Subscribe to the channel. Also, let me get this out of the way before I forget. Win Mullet turned me on to an XRP community member who's having some issues. He's been having some issues for a while now, and he actually has a GoFundMe account. What should I do here? Let me share to Twitter, and then do you want a space shown? I don't know if you want. Oh, it's on Twitter, so I guess that's cool. And then I'm gonna link the GoFundMe account. I did my part today by, doing what I could, and in addition to that, I put the GoFundMe out on Facebook and Twitter as well. But I got to tell you, my heart, man, I was like, wow. Anyway, guys, here the guy is here. I think it's kind of pronounced Euron. Euron, but here's the GoFundMe link. Very, very interesting story. I read it. It was just heartbreaking to know that this has happened. Very, very difficult situation, big time into the digital assets. And if, he's in the Telegram chat. and these different things here. But I mean, if you guys can do anything, that would be awesome. I did fiat. I did not do digital assets, but we put that there. But go check him out on Twitter and find out more about his story. And if you guys can help in any way, that would be absolutely awesome. I hope that's the same one. Why does it not sound? Hold on a second. Make sure I put the right one in there. Is that the right one? I guess it is. Okay. But anyway, guys, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of my thing. I'm going to be doing that on every stream, talking about the Celsius platform. I mean, they don't do any kind of thing there for, anything as far as I know, bounties or links or any of that kind of stuff. But I love the message and I love the movement that they're looking to do. So guys, have you guys been thinking about the velocity of money and the possibilities for you when that becomes a real thing? Have you guys been thinking about that? Luke White is in the building. How about that? Yeah, Danny Law says, beware. Speaking of scams, beware of the micro dusting going on right now. Do not respond to transaction ID messages. Beware. Yeah, and so some apparently it's kind of some phishing scam going on with Ledger because of hacked YouTube accounts is what Ledger is saying. But you may find some transactions on your Ledger Nano S that you don't know about. It's very, very, very small deposits. So you don't want to click on those deposits. And you may find 2 or 3 of them. And you definitely don't want to go to any site that they may be trying to get you to go to via memo or some other thing. So just be very, very careful about that. Thanks, Danny Law. Yeah, you know what I mean? So guys, just think about that, clever scammers. That's right. It's crazy. And just imagine, for me, I just think, it's going to be great for the velocity of money when that becomes a real thing because of Ripple and their technology. It's going to be just better for the entire world, because as everyone needs the money to be able to move faster. The stock market needs it. Wall Street needs it. The banks need it. You and I need it. We all need that money to be able to move faster. And again, I am completely blown away by the fact that the United States is in the rear when it comes to this. And it's a little disheartening when you hear and learn that the banks have been wanting to delay this movement of money. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me that the banks have been wanting to slow this down. Guys, 69 people in the stream, only 25 likes. Guys, if you haven't had a chance yet, when you checked in, to smash the like button. Just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash the like button, then come back and hang out. I would definitely appreciate it. Definitely helps with the algorithm on YouTube. Helps the channel to get out to other people. Yes, Devon Steve, the dusting is also happening on EliPals as well. Yep, found that out last night as well. Thank you, Devon. Crazy, very, very crazy. That's right. If only they use their powers for good. That's exactly right, Key Harris. That's exactly right. Hope I'm saying that right, Key or K Harris. That is exactly right. So, guys, think about that. This is what Ripple is doing, and I've always said that I believe Ripple is doing an inside job when it comes to the banks. I really, really do. I think they're exposing it. I think they're letting the world know the flaws behind it, and I really, really do. They're not putting them out of business, but they're certainly changing things from the inside out, and I think that's important. Well, Carlos, you really got to. So this K Harris. Okay, thank you, K. I appreciate that. You got to make that decision for yourself. I've always been one to split up the assets amongst 3 different cold storage things. Have a little bit on a couple 3 exchanges as well. But there is a big debate about whether or not, people are going to be able to get those cash outs in, right? Are we going to be able to log into a site because everybody's trying to cash in time? You can't even log in. Are your orders going to get filled because of the mania that is, trying to cash out? Ooh, I think DeepMind is reaching out. Let me see what's going on here, right? Remember all the madness, right? I mean, what's going to happen? You're certainly not going to be able to buy things, let me see. It's going to be crazy. So, I put one of my buy orders in out of 4 just to have it in, but it's going to be very, very tricky because it's going to be crazy people trying to. This coming week. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. Early Tuesdays. Big Dog Jackson. Big Dog Jackson is in the building. What's going on, bro? Good to see you in the stream. I don't think I've seen you on the channel before. How you doing, bro? Where you checking in from? TJ Jackson is in the building. No notification, man. What's up, guys? I know, man. YouTube is something. Big Dog Jackson's in the building, guys. Absolutely, Carlos. You're welcome, brother. Luke White says, if they invited Brad to Davos, it was not for cooking. It was for one reason, XRP, gold standard. Oh, how about that? How about that? I hear you, bro. I hear that. Luke White, I hear you, bro. Yeah, it's interesting. Daniel Law says, I am starting to think that Trump and Mnuchin don't want to rock the boat hard until after the election, unless their hands are seriously forced, in my opinion. It's an interesting point, bro. You might be right about that. E-Man is in the building. What's up, E-Man? Holds 75% or more for life. Kids, kids, kids. I hear you, E-Man. I hear you. Big Dog Jackson, where are you checking in from, bro? Alex Sheets in the building. What's going on, Alex? Good to see you in the stream, man. You driving today? XRP number 1. Someone said something about someone should check out DAI's video today. Was it on point? Did I miss anybody else coming in? E-Man says, I'll go to my bank to cash out. XRP number 1. Who was it who said Swift will be dead in 3 years, replaced by Ripple? I don't know, but I do believe they will die a slow death without question. I don't know. I mean, I don't see any other thing unless they kind of give in to Ripple and let Ripple somehow help them, which is, help them stay in business by taking over the operation. Charlie G, Siege, what's up, my boy? What's good with you, Charlie G? Good to see you, man. Luke White says 99% will miss the overnight change for XRP. You will see it. Wow. You believe in the overnight thing that's going to happen, huh? I know a lot of smart people agree with you, Luke White. I know a lot of smart people that agree with you. Guys, 74 people on the stream, 42 likes. Let's keep that consecutive stream streak, guys. We have a streak, by the way, just to let you know. Well, we have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream, and that is because you guys. So let's definitely keep that going. Kay Harris says, I believe Bearable Bull shared it. Okay. You got those deposits? Yeah, just don't click on them, bro. Don't click on them, Charlie G. If they try to kind of take you to some phishing site, then it's over. You go to that site, it's over. So the banks own Swift E-Man. Wile E. Coyote is in the building, guys. What's going to happen to Western Union? I don't know, because MoneyGram is not messing around. Did you guys catch my stream, my video I did earlier today, XRP Daily News in 0 to 10 minutes? MoneyGram's not messing around. They just, man, MoneyGram is not messing around. They just announced, what did they got? An online presence now in Singapore. I covered that earlier today on that video. Let me see if I have that. I got some BAT awards. How about that, guys? I love the Brave browser. Let's see. MoneyGram launches online presence in Singapore. Did you guys see that? You guys hear about that one? That was pretty good. I'm going to go over that real quick. XRP Poly Liqueur. What's going on with you? Listening while I work. I just wanted to say hello. Well, I appreciate that, XRP Poly or XR Poly. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Swift is supposed to be non-profit? That just means they spend on the profits. They don't have to share them out. Yeah, wow, how about that? That's crazy. K. Harris said MoneyGram and Facebook too. Something happened with Facebook. Yeah. Because you somewhere through the Facebook Messenger or something, right? You can use MoneyGram, right? I remember a while back that happened. Daz is in the building. Yo, Siege, what's good with you, Daz? Let me see. Let me go over this one. I think this is interesting, but more important than that is, did you guys hear about who just recently invested in MoneyGram? Did y'all hear about that? Did you guys hear about that one? Trey Hauser, yo, what's good? What's good with you, Trey? Good to see you on the stream, man. The Thunder Sound is in the building. Instagram, WhatsApp are owned by Facebook. Yes, they are. I remember seeing something with MoneyGram and Facebook, and somehow you could use MoneyGram through Facebook. Maybe it's one of their apps. The Thunder Sound checking in, slow day at work. Well, I appreciate you being here, the Thunder Sound. Yeah, man. So MoneyGram improve their launches online presence in Singapore. A company continues to expand its digital services in Asia Pacific through the industry-leading technology and consumer-centric products. Absolutely love this article, guys, because this MoneyGram, have you noticed how MoneyGram has been able to pivot and make more moves because of the investment from Ripple, the strategic partnership to use ODL? I'm telling you guys, it's absolutely crazy. MoneyGram International, a global leader in cross-border payments, peer-to-peer payments and money transfers, today announced the expansion of its leading digital capabilities with the launch of its website in Singapore to enable consumers to quickly and easily send money across the globe. Accelerating digital growth and growing our direct-to-consumers business is core to our company's strategy, said Camilla Chittle, Chief Operating Officer at MoneyGram. Chief Operating, COO. Huh? Okay. Customers are increasingly valuing the investments we've made to enhance their experience, and we're thrilled to bring these capabilities to the digital savvy population of Singapore to send money to friends and families around the world. According to the World Bank, Singapore is one of the largest send markets in Southeast Asia, responsible for more than 7.2 billion in outflows annually. The launch of the new website in Singapore supports the company's focus on international growth and digital expansion in the region. And again, guys, I believe that all of this is because of what happened with Ripple, that strategic, that partnership, Ripple investing into the company. You know, all those different kind of things, right? Cool. You know what I mean? I believe that all that's because of the Ripple investment. and the fact that MoneyGram is using the ODL. Because I'll never forget, guys, I'll never forget that those Q2 and Q3 earnings reports, when the CEO, Alex Holmes, oh, that's not what I want. When the CEO, Alex Holmes, and the CFO got on those calls and were acting like 14-year-old boys. They were so giddy and so excited about what was going on with ODL and the use of XRP and the potential revenue streams that came from it. And trust me when I tell you, if you and I were listening to those calls, Wall Street were listening to those calls. If you and I got excited about hearing that information, Wall Street got excited about hearing that information. And ever since that, I mean, how many announcements has MoneyGram had with new partnerships just since Swell? I'm counting at least, it's 3 to 5 at least, MoneyGram has been able to do. And it all, to me, points to Ripple investment being on RippleNet is massive, using ODL and XRP. I mean, it's just getting good, better and better and better and better. And there's going to be more of those. Go Lance just recently. I mean, I know the article came out on the 29th, but just to hear and read what he was saying and how powerful it is. You got the CEO from Bitso, Daniel Vogel, voicing how excited he has been, and the fact that XRP to MXN actually became the #1 trading pair, overtook BTC. All of these things point to RippleNet, ODL, and the use of XRP, and it's just going to get better and better and better. And you guys have heard me say, I believe that Ripple's genius in motion and the strategy that they're applying, that they're using, is the blue ocean strategy. I really, really, really believe it. Luke White works for a European government. Yes, not ashamed to speak about that. How about that, Luke? Okay. Yeah, and you guys got a better domestic payment system than we do here in the States. Luke White. To all people there, I give you one insight. DLT, distributed ledger technology equals XRP DLT. DLT is the coded message. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got this from a guy who works for the government in Europe. Okay. To all people there, I'm guessing saying here, I give you one inside. DLT, guys, you paying attention? DLT equals XRP. DLT is the coded message for the elite, with the people like you and me will never understand. Yep, I believe it 1,000%. I think the big move is actually going to be for Ripple. The big move is going to be getting R3. It's going to cost them something, but I think that's going to be the big move. Because all these partnerships are going for Ripple. I mean, every now and then MoneyGram, R3 gets something every now and then, but the big moves are happening with Ripple. The big investments are happening with Ripple. And I believe that R3 is going to be that pivotal move to say, Swift, this is the deal. Here you are, or here you aren't. What are you going to do? So I think R3 and the acquisition thereof is going to be the very, very, very pivotal move. I believe that 1,000%. Tyler 1013, good morning, Siege. I have 500 XRP sell order at 25. How about that, bro? To my surprise, I've accepted my order through the CoinSpot exchange in case we have a price spike in the next year or two. Gotcha. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. That's a good bit of money right there. 2,500 per XRP. I hear you, my friend. Baba Cubs, the Godfather, says 2,000 per XRP is already done. Have you guys heard that? Have you guys been following that dude on Twitter? Susie from Esoteric Trading Solutions, and one of her valuation models, which had the lowest circulating supply, had a 2,000 XRP, her newest valuation. Now, that was on the circulating supply of the lowest, the least amount. I think it might have been 21 billion. The two other valuations were, 30-something billion and 40-something billion. and those were, you know, 4 figures, they were still 1,100 to 1,300 per XRP. Luke White says, "Good night, Siege. If I have time next video, I will discuss more with you." I appreciate that, man. With you, good night here. 22:30. Bye, Siege. 10:30 at night. I hear you, Luke White. Yeah, let's try to connect on Twitter too, Luke. If you have a Twitter handle, I'll follow you on there, my friend. You can follow me back, Luke White, before you go. Just let me know what your Twitter handle is, and I'll hook up with you on Twitter. That would be outstanding. Wile E. Coyote says, R3, I think you're on to something, Siege. I really believe that can be a pivotal move for them. You guys are having a good back and forth in the chat. I love to see that. Salmon Jat. Hi, Siege. How are you, Salmon? Good to see you in the stream, bro. I don't think I've seen you here before, my friend. Kay Harris, there was a glitch in Japan that had XRP at 2,000 per coin. That's correct, Kay. That is correct. I remember that. Ilyas Hussein, will the price grow slowly or rapidly? I don't believe it's going to grow slowly, my friend. I really don't. John Stoops is in the building. Hey, John, how are you? I got to make sure I catch up with Luke White. John Stoops says, I'm new to your stream, just so. Well, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Welcome to the family. But guys, so I do think, so a couple of things for the channel, definitely want to start catering more to the people that are new to the space, so they can kind of get the information, you know, that I think that's important. I think most of the channels are kind of focused on people that's been in the space for a year or 2 or even 3 years or longer. And I think it's time to start catering to the new people in the space, giving them access to information that so they can learn more about what we do. I think Telegram is a great place for that. So stay tuned for that. And we want to kind of bring them on board and let them learn more about just digital assets as a whole, not just XRP, and help them along in the movement, because the biggest challenge is, you know, the kind of the onboarding and getting your first Bitcoin and, you know, learning about wallets and addresses and all that stuff can hold people back. And like Alex Mashinsky says, you know, we're just kind of circulating the money amongst ourselves, amongst all the people in the space. And we need more new people coming into this space, right? Shout out to Alex Mashinsky from Celsius. Okay, so are you on Twitter, Luke White? Swift here in Belgium is close to me. Oh, so I know what I told you. Bye, Siege. All right, Luke White. We'll catch up. We'll catch up, bro. David Schwartz said, XRP number 1 says, David Schwartz said if it was a steady growth, it wouldn't last long, as everyone would see it was growing steadily and FOMO in and would grow. And yeah, I remember when he said that. I just don't believe that slow and steady is going to win, is going to do it. I got you, Luke White. Yeah, man, doing great, John. I appreciate that. You guys are having a good back and see. Ronnie Early's in the building. What's going on, Ronnie? And so, guys, did you guys hear about the new investment into MoneyGram? Did you guys hear about that? I thought this to be really, really, really interesting. Let me see if I can't pull this up for you guys. Very, very interesting. Ronnie Early's in the building. You got it, right? You got it, Ronnie. 9 million from Brinks. Everyone's familiar with Brinks and the armored trucks and seeing them pull up to your local bank and depositing or gathering up some cash. So here it is. Brinks announces investment in MoneyGram. What happened there? I don't know. Brinks announces investment in MoneyGram. Richmond, Virginia, February 6th. The Brinks Company, the global leader in total cash management, today announced that it has invested $9 million into MoneyGram International, one of the world's largest money transfer companies. Yes, they are. Number two, the equity investment lays the foundation for the companies to develop a long-term strategic partnership to pursue mutually beneficial near and long-term commercial opportunities. The company has no intention to acquire a controlling interest in MoneyGram. Well, that's good. It'll probably be pretty hard to do. Management intends to continue its proven strategy of aggressively pursuing accretive acquisitions in its core business while also implementing its internal organic growth initiatives. These strategies have created substantial value over the last 3 years and are expected to drive significant additional value in the future. Earlier today, Brinks announced that it had invested in MoneyGram during the fourth quarter of 2019 through open market purchases of stock equaling approximately 4.95% of MoneyGram's outstanding shares. The cash management needs of MoneyGram's agent network, which spans more than 200 countries, aligns closely with the company's next generation retail solutions. And I shout out to Crypto Eddie, you turned me on to this, but I believe they're in Brazil, Peru, and Mexico. Brinks. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? I find that very, very interesting. How about that, guys? Brinks investing in MoneyGram. Again, to me, just speaks to the partnership, the investment from Ripple. And it is, I'm telling you, it's a blue ocean strategy that Ripple is taking. They're not going in and essentially they could have become the MoneyGram or Western Union in terms of payments. They could have become that. But they made a strategic move to say, no, we're going to make you better. We're going to make what you do better. And I think it's genius in motion. And in the book, Blue Ocean Strategy, they talk about that. Great book. I just ordered the book. I think it's supposed to come today, as a matter of fact. Ha ha. Harley Cass, that's an interesting point. TJ Jackson, genius in motion. That's right, my friend. Here's my take on the Brinks stock purchase of MoneyGram. Are they going to hold the stock or are they going to wait for the price to rise just a little bit and jump ship? Well, we shall soon see, bro. We shall soon see. That's an interesting point. The dude is in the building. Siege, what's up? What's good with you, bro? Good to see you, the dude. Eric M is in the building. Again, how do you know this? Ooh, I don't know if Eric M is talking to me or someone else. Harley Cass seems to think that this is probable that they're going to jump ship. So I guess we shall see, bro. TJ Coops is in the building. TJ Coops, what's good, bro? How you doing today, man? The rise would have to be fast because I don't think they want so many hodlers with XRP. That's what I say. I don't think TJ Coops, it's good to see you on the stream, man. I don't think that they want the number of wallets of XRP wallets to be on the increase, on the rise. I really don't. I just really don't believe that's what they want. Yeah, well, turns out, Ronnie, earlier they're top global, top global money management. So whatever that means. Roscoe Myers is in the building. How about that? How you doing, Roscoe? VOIP, I guess, was gifted to the world just as ILP was gifted to the W3C. Can you see where all this is going? Yeah, I can, Roscoe. I really do. It's becoming more and more every single day that the IOP and the XRPL and the XRP digital asset is going to be in the foundation of this new financial system. Why else would they Ripple be mentioned in Executive Order 13772, which was signed by the Donald himself, President Trump, and put together by Steve Mnuchin? It's got to make you think. It's got to really make you think. This year is going to be amazing. I agree. This year is really going to be amazing. What is going on in the digital asset world right now? What's the prices? I tell you, what is the prices? Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. I finally discovered how to share my freaking phone on my laptop. I got to tell you guys, man, oh man, took me hours to figure it out. Then it turns out that I just needed to restart my computer. Actually, I was downloading I did it all. I downloaded software. I tried to use a Chromecast. I kept trying to use the laptop, seeing what was the app on the laptop that does it. I'm going to YouTube. You know how it is. You go through YouTube trying to learn. It takes hours, and then finally, I found someone who mentioned something, and he was showing it as well. And I was like, I haven't seen that one before. Let me type that one into my my start thing. So I typed it in there, and at first it wasn't working. Then it did finally work. So I'm really excited about just being able to share it with you guys. So now when I'm reading some stuff, I can share it, and you guys can see what I see. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see. Well, will you look at there? Let me see something here. To enable input, go to your PC and select Action Center, and that. What's up with my laptop? Why is this not working? This thing dead? Yeah, I'm gonna share this with you guys. This is pretty cool. GXRP is in the building. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Imagine the possibilities. And so let's see what's going on in the digital asset space. Anybody know what's going on? Let me see something. So it looks like right now, BTC is at 9,770. And XRP is at 28 cents, down 1.59%. Isn't that interesting? Look at, I got my share screen to work, guys. Can you believe I did something technically difficult? I got it done. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Kava, man, $1.25. I tell you. You guys excited about what's going on with Kava? Sologenic making moves as well, launching that new platform. I think that's absolutely exciting also. Every time I think about that. So those are the prices there, guys. Just want to let you guys know how that is going on. Sologenic making moves. That was a great thing. Sologenic launches a new program to play a bigger role in the growth of the XRPL ledger. Gotta love the people from Sologenic, Coinfield. Gotta love them. Blockchain platform Sologenic has launched a new program that would enable it to play a bigger role in the growth of the XRP ledger. The cryptocurrency exchange has said in a statement, according to the report, Sologenic said it is launching a bounty program for 10 qualified developers or entity. This bounty would be covered by the Solo Community Fund. Wow. However, it was not revealed the amount that will be dispersed in the program. So Bob Ross, shout out to Bob Ross, in order to play a bigger role in the growth of the XRP ledger, the Solo core team has proposed to introduce a program to offer bounty to 10 qualified investors or devs who launch an XRP validator in 2020. All I have to say is to shout out to the people from Sologenic, Bob Ross and the team there. Yeah, I downloaded that thing, Devon Steve, the app the other day. You said you need 21 XRP to activate the wallet, not 20? That's interesting. Is that right, Devon Steve? Let me change this view, guys. I'm starting to get that. Yeah, so I got the Sologenic download on the phone. Very curious to see how that's going to go. Naptown XRP checked in. What's going on, Naptown XRP? I bought Charlie Lee's bags is in the building. What's going on? I bought Charlie Lee's bags. XRP Motley. What's going on, dude? The Brinks trucks are coming. The Brinks trucks are coming. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, yeah. If the masses don't know about it, and that's the key. Unless we can keep bringing more and more people in, TJ Croops, that's going to be the truth. Because again, I just don't think they want the number of wallets going on the uptick. I think they want to do this price set as soon as they possibly can. One is for the cost to be taken. 20 technically lost, and I don't think those are lost. I think you can still get 15 out of those 20. Devon Steve, that's what I heard. William Leather's in the building. Hello, Siege. Hey, William. Well, good to see you. That's exactly right, TJ Jackson. Great point. Everyone is catering to XRP. It seems as if the laws are being written just to allow Ripple to win. Yeah, that new thing from the SEC, that little 3-year thing to kind of get things together. Oh, it's funny. Absolutely funny where this is going. Hey, Ripple's done the work. They're the ones who put in all the work. Google just thinks for some reason I called them. I'm not sure why. But Ripple's done all the work. You know what I mean? I hear you, Naptown. I'm not sure about Stella. We'll see. All right, we shall soon see. We shall soon see. So, guys, that's it right there. I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to do some shout-outs before I head out. But, yeah, it's exciting time to be an early adopter in the digital asset space. And, guys, listen, never forget this. You are winning. You are winning. You're playing a game and winning, by the way, a game that the masses don't even know is being played. You can never, ever forget that. That puts you in a very, very unique position. I hope you understand that. I hope you walk around with your head up and your shoulders back, knowing that you're early in the digital asset space. You're early in this new asset class. You hold assets that the world don't even know exists. I hope you're proud about that. And if you're an XRP holder, you hold the greatest digital asset ever created. Right? And that's substantial, guys. 89 people on the stream, 68 likes. If you didn't get a chance to smash a like on the way in, just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash that like. Come back and hang out. And if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, you're enjoying the content, hit the sub buttons, hit the bell so that you get notified. We want to continue our consecutive stream streak, guys, of just as many likes. as we have viewers on the streams. Let's make that happen today. That would be awesome. I definitely appreciate it. TJ Jackson and the mods definitely appreciate it. We want to get this channel out to as many people that are not into this space yet as possible. We can bring them into the space. We want to increase the space. We want to increase the size of the pie. And hopefully by them doing their own due diligence and their own homework, they get turned on to the greatest digital asset ever created. And that is XRP, right? Then we know we've been doing our job here, right? So stay tuned for all things Telegram. Again, hey, Alex, just wanted to let you guys know that, we want to put something together where we can start getting more new people into the space, get them turned on to digital assets and XRP, via Telegram. We want to cater more to the new people coming into the space, not necessarily people that have been here for a year or been here for 2 years or been here for 3 years. We want to start catering to the new people. That is without question. So I'm excited to work with a couple of people to get that Telegram up so that we can get that going and start bringing more and more people into the space. Because like Alex Mashinsky said, we can just end up trading our money amongst ourselves. We need more people coming into the space. That's the real deal. That's the real deal. So absolutely, guys. I definitely appreciate you doing that, guys. Look, 82 people in the stream, 76 likes. You guys are awesome. I definitely appreciate that. Living Waters, I appreciate you being here. Good to see you in the stream. Even to hear the last word, I'm glad I caught you live. Always uplifting. Thank you, Living Waters. I appreciate that. I'll do some shout outs before I end the stream. Shout out to Eli. I appreciate you being here. Alex Yeet, as always, appreciate the work that you do as a mod, my friend. Naptown XRP, thanks for being here. Kay Harris, I appreciate you being here, miss. Devon Steve, thanks for hanging out today. Eric M, I appreciate you being here, bro. TJ Jackson, as always, appreciate you, brother. Chaz C, appreciate you being here, my friend. You're always putting in work, Siege. Amazing. Siege, appreciate it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Chaz. Appreciate you being here. I bought Charlie bags. I love it. Appreciate you being here, brother. XRP number 1, thanks for hanging today. Wim Leather, thank you so much for hanging out today. Who else we got? TJ Coop, thanks for hanging today, my friend. TJ Coop 81. XRP Motley, thank you for hanging out in the stream today, brother. GXRP, appreciate you being here. Ronley Early, thanks for hanging. Harley Cash, as always, appreciate you seeing here and contributing to the channel, my friend. Crypto Insomnia, good afternoon. Appreciate you being here. Wow, E Coyote, thanks for hanging today, man. The Dude, I appreciate you hanging. John Stoops, thanks for checking out the channel and tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that, brother. Roscoe Myers, I love it. Appreciate you hanging out today, my friend. Luke White, I know he's gone, but I appreciate you taking the time to hang out today, Luke White. Ronnie Early, again, thanks for hanging out. Salman Jack, hope I said that right. Appreciate you being here. Ilyas Hussein, excuse me, thanks for hanging out today, my friend. Tyler 1013, appreciate you being here as always, bro. Cookie Mutt, appreciate you hanging today. It was good to see you. Charlie G, thanks for hanging out, my friend. I appreciate you being here. The Thunder Sound and Trey Hauser, I appreciate you guys hanging out today in the stream. Daz, I appreciate you hanging out today, bro. XRP Poly Liqueur, thanks for being in the stream today. I appreciate that. Top Talk is in the building. How about that? I appreciate you hanging out today, Top Talk. Make sure I got everybody. LL, wow, how about that? How about that, LL? I appreciate you being here, man. No matter if you have a cold wallet storage, the only way to sell USD is on exchange, right or wrong? Yes, that is correct, LL. At the moment. Big Dog Jackson checking in from Alabama. Okay, bro. Appreciate you being here. E-Man, thanks for hanging out today, man. Keep food fresher longer. Wow, appreciate you being here. I don't think that you can stop the unauthorized deposits, keep fruit fresher longer. I think you just got to not click on them, don't check out any of the memos, definitely don't go to any kind of website. I don't think that you can. And perhaps look into getting another ledger and kind of going from there. Guys, don't forget that I did leave a link in the channel for one of the XRP members that's having a difficult time. I definitely appreciate anything you guys can do to help out. He has a GoFundMe. Let me put that in the chat. That would be awesome. Is that what I wanted? I don't think that's what I wanted. What happened? What is that anyway? I don't even know what that is. Let me just go to this. Let me go do this real quick. Get that. Yeah, having a really, really tough time. Got a son at home that has autism, slight case of autism as well. I know you guys are awesome. And just do what you can if you can. That would be awesome. All right, guys, there's a link for that as well. I'm going to wrap up this video, guys, like I do all my videos, and remind you of this. And that is, old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon. Guys. See ya.